Hey leaders, this is just a little bit of important information for the Block Party game night. I've tried to blow up the map of the front parking lot of Heritage Middle School behind me just to give you guys some idea of what the event's going to look like, where people are going to be, and I think it'll just help us be all set and on the same page for the event the day of. Of course, the event's only 2 hours. But we're hoping that it's packed and a lot of people come, so it could be a little chaotic. So I just want to put as many people in the know as possible to make this event really smooth because I'm excited about it. So if you look behind me here, there's just a couple things. I'll kind of give you the layout. Right here, of course, is Spring Road. And this is kind of that secondary entrance that goes back to the high school and also the other elementary school. We're going to have that entrance blocked off because we're going to keep this side of the parking lot, which kind of would be the east side of the parking lot, is where all the events are going to happen. And we want to push people to come in this entrance right here. So this is the main Heritage School entrance. And we'll have some flags up here, a sign, and we're hoping that they just come in here and park in this area right here. And then also there's a parking lot back here which you can't see. But we're hoping that that'll pretty much cover us for parking. If we need some overflow, of course we could have them park along the street over here, which would be significant if you're on the parking team. Just keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do is just give you, so you kind of have that in mind. This is Spring, main entrance in the parking lot. This big area is the parking lot in front of Heritage. And of course, this is the school. Right here's the main entrance. And then I'll kind of explain everything and then what's going to go on in each of these significant spots. So that gives you just a quick overview of what this map consists of. And now I'm just going to give you guys the details for each of these spots and what's going on there. And that way, if you're on one of those teams, you know where you're supposed to be and what's supposed to be at your station while you're serving. So I'll go through those. I know it's kind of small. You might be able to blow this up a little bit on your computer, but I'll try to explain each thing. I feel like Jim Ganal here, showing you guys what's up. So a couple things. One of the most important areas is going to be this area right here. I've got an arrow that says main entrance, and this is going to be the check-in tent. So at the check-in tent, we'll have a table. We'll have some name tags so people can put those on so that everybody can know each other's name. And then there's going to be iPads there, and that's where we're going to have everybody register. Also, at that check-in station, we're going to have a security bag. So we've got that in our possession. We're just going to keep that underneath one of the tables in case a kiddo should get hurt or bump their head or need anything. We can kind of take care of them. One of the nice things will be is that the fire department, and we're praying that the police department will actually be here with a truck and with a car for the kids to see. So if we run into anything major, we've got in-house help right there. But just in case, so at that check-in table, we'll have 3 people manning that pretty much during the whole event. It could probably go down to 2 later in the event, and their job will be to give people name tags, register them, and then give them answers to questions if they have it. One of the things that's also going to happen, we want people to register. That's why we're going to have this kind of marked off with cones and caution tape to make this a main entrance. And we want them to register because that'll help us with security. That'll let us know how many guests we have, but also it will register them to win a Bluetooth, a JBL waterproof Bluetooth speaker, which is really nice, cool black speaker. So we're going to pick one person at the end. If they stay, we'll read off a newly registered guest, and that person will get a Bluetooth speaker. So that's kind of cool. Win a prize just for coming. So you can encourage people if you're at that check-in table. And this right here, these orange dots and yellow tape, that would be the caution tape. So that's your check-in area. These red circles are flags. I kind of have a key over there. I don't know if you can see it, so I'll explain it. We've got some signs, say welcome, entrance, all that good stuff. Okay, so now you got that. We've got the check-in, explain. We're hoping to have one security guy from the church just on the premises in case of an emergency as well. And, you know, if we should have a kid that gets hurt, we can have the security guy take him to the bag and not bother the police officers and things like that. Should that happen? Hopefully not. So there's that. Next thing, stage is going to be right here. I don't know if it'll be in this exact same spot, but we're going to keep it close so that we have power. There's not going to actually be a stage. It'll just be like where we stand, and there'll be some speakers so we can make announcements, tell people where everything is, and make sure they register if they happen to sneak in and get a part of that Bluetooth speaker option. Okay, so that's where that is, and that's right by the main entrance of the school. Then we'll have the food right here. So the food is going to be amazing. These dots represent tables. And so what I'm hoping to do is have one point person overseeing the food. This team from Alabama will probably be able to cover all of these spots. There's going to be 30 of them. So we'll have 4 or 5 people working on the food. We'll have 2 to 3 here at the check-in. We'll have a couple guys working on parking. So parking team will be out here, and they'll be directing out here at this main entrance where to go and all that. And then so that I think will be all covered. But I'm going to have a couple of our LifePoint people as point people for those different areas. So we'll have a point person for food, point person for check-in, point person for security, point in parking, security and parking, and then kind of a point person for games and where to be. And of course, I'll be there as well. So there's that. So now we've gone through parking, kind of understand that. We've gone through registration. We've gone through the food tables. And these are going to be food here and then tables around there with some seats just in case people want to sit down. We're going to have great food, free food, which will be good. And then all these blue dots represent game spots. So the important things about the games would be that, of course, that's going to be where everybody wants to be and have fun. All the kids are going to want to be at. And so we're going to have each game area marked out with 4 cones, and then we're going to have a disc at each game area with a number on it. That's significant because that number is going to be how we pick the winner of the best and most popular game. So whoever has the longest line throughout the event and does the most audience participation, and those games that a lot of you guys will do and create will be manned by the team in Alabama. So all you'll have to do if you're creating a game is bring the stuff, set it up, show one of the Alabama team members how it works, and then you'll be able to just kind of leave it and then enjoy the event. And then you'll, of course, have to clean up and take everything home with you when you're done. So those blue dots are going to be where we have each of the games, and those will be marked with cones and a numbered disc. So that gives you that. And then this is a fire truck. That's where we're going to put the fire truck for the kids to see. And we're putting it right by this exit right here so they can get out quick should they need to because of an emergency. This big area right here is an obstacle course, big blow-up inflatable obstacle course, big blow-up inflatable bounce house. Then we've got some more areas for some of our bigger games. We'll have 9 square. We'll have, what do they call it, where you hit the ball into the net. Not volleyball, but spike ball. That's what I'm thinking of, spike ball. A couple of outdoor kind of games here on the perimeter in the grass. And then this will be where the porta potty is should families need it. And that'll be our porta potty. It'll just be there for the event, and that's what it's there for. So that kind of explains where everything will be, and we're hoping that people will just pack this place in, and that will be about it. We'll also have a couple people manning kind of the bounce houses, letting kids in, saying go at the obstacle course, and those will, again, be the Alabama team. So the beautiful thing about this event is us as LifePoint leaders, we'll have to kind of get things set up, but this amazing team from Shades Mountain Baptist Church in Alabama is just going to run everything so we can love on people, get to know them, and introduce them to our church. So I think that pretty much covers everything. Hopefully you'll be able to zoom in and see exactly where you'll be. But again, we got registration, parking, games, bounce houses, food tables. We went over that. Fire department. We're hoping the police department comes as well, and we'll put them probably in this area over here if we can get a cruiser on site and get them to hang out with the kids as well. So music and everything will be at the stage. And yeah, I'm just hoping lots of people come, eat good food, get to know their neighbors, and we're going to play with the kids, have a lot of fun. There'll be some adult type games as well, so some cool stuff for the adults to do. So if you have any questions, I'm going to put my email. I'll be out the week before the event, so Kayla Russell is actually going to field some questions for us as well. I'm going to put her email on the bottom of this video too, and thank you guys, and be praying for good weather as we get ready for the block party. All right.